good to go.
How long was it ago that we sat down? That was a beautiful hotel. What hotel was it?
That was at the Turnberry Isle Resort on December 10th, 2016. It was about 25 pounds ago. We just finished the Sun Life event, Champion Mindset for 2016, and we sat down and we talked about what can we do. That's something great, and here we are right now pulling it off. Something great. We got Patrick and Calvin and Matt and TQ, and we're about to launch, I think, one of the greatest business opportunities for people out there today.
Don't tell him anymore. Don't tell him anymore.
All right.
Don't tell him anymore.
And the next time you see me, I'm going to be 25 pounds lighter.
Exactly. I'm going to be 25 pounds richer. I love you. Thank you very much for following through on your word, for working with me and my family to really make a big impact in the world. I appreciate you. This deal would not have happened if it wasn't for you. And I will always acknowledge that because you are the grand architect. That's
Thank
your
you.
new nickname. His name now is the architect.
Is the architect. There you go. There you go. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
As I say, I always want to be like
A guy that's used to, doing motivational talks for small. Okay, we got a plan for him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think part of it we could do to also defend against the crazy is maybe we come up with a little bit of a questionnaire or an assessment. So we can say, you know what, I don't think this is the right fit for you. So we almost make it less of, hey, we want you. It's like, we want to make sure this is right.
Qualified.
High level of success rate.
When you bring people in, they'll have like questionnaires, questions to determine what their needs are, what levels of coming in is.
We'll have that, but I'm talking about an assessment, a skills-based assessment. We can do a real, serious thing to say, and then let's benchmark and say, what does our top people look like? And say, this is what the profile, this is what we're talking about. I see Oscar Arias who works.
That we're talking about, we see that. But what we learned from the research, what these guys have done, they did a survey. We're collecting research about what people want to learn from Les Brown. Okay? Number one, motivation. Number two, multiple streams of income. Right? Number three, business development. Number four, public speaking.
Right.
So for the past decade, we've been doing live events on public speaking, but we haven't done any of what we're bringing now to the table, which is just strictly achievement, motivation, how to build your business. This is what works. That type of thing is very special, and that's what the main client wants. So even though that's a niche market and just there alone, we've got a business that's, reflective of this one. But this is what the main customer wants first. Even though that my dad's passion project, if you hear him talk about speaker coaching and all that stuff, say, yes, that's great. But the research does not lie. People don't want to learn how to be Les Brown. They want to, they want to have that motivation and that fire. And with what you all think, the Maximum Potential Institute, what you all bring to the table is the system behind the fire. On the back burner, looking into 2017, I mentioned this to my brother as a possible alternative. I don't have a for sure yes, but what I'd like to see, so that we reach our goals and everything, I would like to personally put Mr. Brown on the ground in Florida, close to the office, and have him there on a consistent regimen and let him know he asked to speak a certain amount of times. He told me he wanted to speak 4 times a month. I'm like, stay on the ground and come to the Human Potential Institute 4 times a month to get the salespeople hyped, let people know, let's live stream from there. Just do that exclusively from the members.
Live streaming is, you can live stream more than
And my goal is to ground him as much as possible for a year, tell all the world to come here, pack out those our annual events, but that constant, that's going to make them sharp. And if we just focus and just make this reach our 2,000 customer goal, 2018, Dad, you could go wherever you want to, man. We'll do the international tour, honey, but if you sit your mind down.
do that with the Institute because we can expand on it too. Nice to knock out.
We got the space, we got,
So that's
it's
what
all there. It's all there. It's just,
you do your part. I'll make that happen.
Well, I I live in Aventurus. I live right on the border.
Right on the board.
And then the office is on Commercial Boulevard.
Right.
So it's just like west of 95. So it's like literally like 3 minutes west of 95. It took us 15 minutes to get to Lauderdale Airport. There's an executive airport there's a next door there.
The private airport's right.
Yeah, private airport's right there. So, depending if you wanted to be on a beach, let's say, I mean, it's only 5 to 8 minutes up the road. I don't know.
Great. And nothing like, something like this size would be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too much, no bowling alley in that stuff. None of that because I want. Yeah, you can check it out. It's a 2-bedroom. 2-bedroom. But what is nice, like we're the hardest part of this game when you've done it so much is constantly working on yourself. And that's what makes him great. He does that. But sometimes you get so busy, and what you all are bringing, I'm drilling him to bring out the best speeches that he's ever heard, to get hungry again, and that is powerful because Eric, the way that you made this thing happen, you are hungry.
Okay, absolutely. Sure. Absolutely.
And so, like I told, TQ will be coming in tomorrow as well. I get a chance to meet him, and so hopefully he'll also be blending in and working with both sides to make sure that we're cool. Because what I envision as well, okay, next we get the videos, but now we might need to be on a weekly, call, setting things up.
Definitely.
This is what we want to get done this week. This is the most important. Okay, we've got 9 principles of life enrichment. We're going to fit all of the content in here. One week, Patrick and I might have to say, all right, we're going to get all of the videos that we could get that fit in this principle. Another week we might be saying, all right, you can get the whole gist of that. So we want to have those weekly meetings planned because now that we have the team, our job is to deliver the best product. We want people coming out of here saying that everybody who's a John Maxwell trainer has to become a Les Brown, join the Maximum Achievement team. This fills in the gap. We want statistics like after, I think a John Maxwell trainer is an ideal client, right? Because they know it. But if we can blow that all experience, building in those gaps that you've seen, that TQ's seen, and give them that Les Brown.
TQ knows also, right?
And TQ knows also, exactly. He's top of the Air Force, right? Top of his class, and actually it paid to become the John Maxwell, coach. So this is powerful to be able to know, like you said, which I love that, to be able to know out of all of our members that the top 10%, they have these qualities. That right there keeps me excited. My brothers, they be like, okay, but we know it works. He's been doing this all his life. I'm like, no. So we're going to be working on that, and let's communicate and cooperate. And another C, that sounds good. But thank you guys.
So I appreciate the time tonight. I appreciate the opportunity,
No doubt.
you guys, believing in us, and John making it happen.
They have 6 core learning systems, for example.
Mm-hmm.
We would get with you on how to take that from Blockbuster and we'll turn it to Netflix, right?
Yeah, well, not just me, mainly Patrick.
Okay.
Patrick on that. Patrick, he was there during all the live speeches that you listened to. We know the stuff. Patrick and I will be working to make that happen, and we already have, we'll have 9 areas. We've got the 9, the whole foundation of our DASH strategy is the 9 principles of life enrichment.
Sure.
Okay.
And so if we can break down the principles into those areas, we'll make sure that tomorrow we pull some of those things out.
Yes.
And then say, okay, well, this is the business section. Under this principle, this is the self-motivation. Here's the thing that we keep. Now, keep this in mind. Les Brown is our father and he's our president, but in terms of who we follow, but Calvin is our general. Okay? And so when you meet him tomorrow, when you're spending time with him, my dad is like me. He's fuzzy-feely. He's going to enjoy spending time with you. You can philosophize all of that. I'm going to be like Calvin, if we tell him, Dad, stick to the script, let's get it done. Let's maximize the time that we're here.
Right.
Me and Patrick and I will be working in the background, making sure the curriculum is there. But I just want you to know, Les Brown himself, He will deliver, but he does not make the decisions for Les Brown Enterprises. Calvin Brown does, Patrick Brown, John Leslie Brown, and once we get on one accord, if you want anything to take to my dad, you come to us first, and if he comes to you and says anything, you do not listen to that. You talk to Leslie Calvin Brown Jr. first, and then if you don't, and you come back on the back end, we have a saying in our family, on three guys, 1, 2, 3. Well. we try to tell you. Okay.
We got it. We got it. Tell us more than once. We got it. We understand.
Okay.